Hi, I'm Dennis Gage. Well, this week we're in Van Nuys, California for the Best of France and Italy. This show's been going on for quite a while, but it's really more of a word-of-mouth event. No real promotion, no flyers, but everybody just knows that first weekend in November, Woodley Park is the place to be. And believe me, some wild machines come out for this show. Let's get around and check out a few of these babies. Okay, Tina, the Best of France and Italy. This thing's been going on how long?
13 years.
But it's really just a for fun event, right?
Absolutely. That's why it's so different, and that's why it's so successful. It's not judged. It's not a concours. We call it a meet. It's a place for people to bring their cars. That's why we designed it the way we have. It's a bring your car, show it off, talk to people, make friends. It's not a contest. It's just a get-together for people that have French and Italian cars.
Well, and it's kind of a, I mean, it's kind of a taking on a life of its own. It's really kind of a word-of-mouth show, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It is just, it has a life of its own. It's gotten to that point after 13 years where people just show up. Everyone calls it Woodley Park, November, Frog and Pizza Show.
Frog and Pizza Show.
But, I mean, it just happens. The first year we had 65 cars. Last year I think we had about 450.
So I mean, it's grown just by leaps and bounds.
Absolutely, and it's just word of mouth. And I meet people everywhere, and they say, they don't even know that I have anything to do with it. They say, I love that show. It's my favorite show because you see all these cars that you don't see anywhere else.
Boy, I'll say.
And everybody has a great time.
So and people just kind of put it on their calendar, don't they? I mean, if you ever messed with this date, you'd be in trouble.
Oh yeah, we can't. One year we had on a Saturday, and even no matter how much we tried, people kept coming on Sunday and complaining. I mean, this is it. The first Sunday in November, you go to Woodley Park. If you have a French or Italian car, you just do it.
Or you want to see a French or Italian car.
Yeah, you want to see one. You want to buy one. Many cars have changed hands here.
I bet.
Some of them many times.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Yeah. But some stuff here that I have just never seen or didn't even know existed.
Yeah, it's great because that's one of the reasons that we did what we did is that conventional shows, there's lots and lots of shows for American cars, hot rods, muscle cars, and then there's the high-end concours and you get the Ferraris and the Lambos. Where do you see the Deutsch-Bonnet and the Fiats and the all the other things, the two CVs, you don't.
Why you see them in Woodley Park in
exactly.
Van Nuys
This
on
is
the first Sunday in November.
That's the place. That's the only place.
Well, I've seen stuff here that I just have never seen before. It's such a great array of cars. I know you've got you got to run a show. I got to shoot a show. It'd be fun to take this car for a spin, though. I mean, the owner didn't leave the keys, but maybe,
right, we had the keys. We could just let's go, let's go.
Mike, absolutely beautiful car here. This is a 66 Bizzarini.
Bizzarrini 5300 GT Strada, that's right.
You could not mistake this for anything but an Italian car.
That's right. They're very rare. Most people have never seen one.
In my entire life, I've seen 4 of them, and they're beautiful. Is this a steel car?
This is an alloy body car. This car was designed to run at 24 Le Mans win races.
How'd it do?
It did well. 1965, it won its class, 9th overall.
That's pretty good. Well, there's so many interesting features in this car, and one of them is an interior feature, but I see it from the outside. Is that a suede dash?
Absolutely. That's a suede dash, suede interior, everything except the seats are
now,
suede.
was that a custom job? Or?
No, that's the way it was originally done. It's been there for 42 years.
What an interesting gauge setup.
Yes, the gauges are set up for race car driving. So right in front of the driver there, you have oil pressure, oil temperature, and fluid pressure, all the things that can knock you out of a race if you're not careful. Over on the right, you got tachometer, speedometer, and gas gauge, things that are much less interesting.
Who cares, right?
To a race car, exactly.
Well, another feature that I think is beautiful in this car are these door handles.
These are called Series 1 door handles, and during the production process, they decided these were too expensive, so they eliminated them, changed the design, and so there are very few cars with actually this door handle on them.
Well, I love the complex curves in the glass, and if I recall, these vents back here are functional, right?
These vents are not just for looks. These vents are tunneled down into the bottom of the chassis, and they take an airflow vent that comes off of the brakes, which are inboard brakes, and sucks the air out these vents to create an air pressure pulling the rear end of the car down.
Cooling and giving downforce.
Cooling and giving downforce.
Now, thoroughly Italian, but powered by the heartbeat of America.
That's right. Chevy Corvette 327.
Unbelievable. Let's
Original
go look at that.
engine. Let's go look at it.
There it is. 327 Chev. sitting way back.
Sits extremely far back in the chassis to provide almost a perfect 50-50 weight ratio between the front and the rear wheels for obviously race car driving effect.
Now Bizzarini chose this engine because he felt it was more reliable than...
Absolutely. Bizzarini is on record as saying that he thought the Chevy 327 engine was better than anything Ferrari did in the 60s. That's why he chose this engine. Mr. Bizzarini should know about engines because he designed the Lamborghini V12 that was used in the very first Lamborghini.
So he's got
cars.
creds.
He's got creds. Big time.
This car must be an absolute dream.
It is. I looked for it for many, many years, and I feel very fortunate that I found this car this past August in Monterey at the Russo and Steel auction. I also feel fortunate that I won the auction.
You are a lucky man.
I agree with you.
66 Bizzarrini GT Strada 5300.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, Rich, I got to tell you, when I saw this car, it stumped me. I had no idea what this was. It's a Deutsch-Bonnet.
That's right, 1959.
So is that a French-German?
No, it's a 100% French car.
Yeah.
It was the car was designed by two guys named Charles Deutsch and René Bonnet, thus the DB.
Ah, okay. But it is all French.
100% French.
Now, this car also raced, right?
This
very car.
This particular car was driven by a guy named Howard Hanna back in 1961 and 62 when he took the F production SCCA National Championship with this very car.
It's an amazing looking car. And is it a steel body or is it aluminum body? It's
The body shell's 100% fiberglass, sitting on a steel backbone chassis. Real simple construction, but very lightweight that way.
Yeah, so how much?
1,300 pounds.
That's pretty lightweight. Now the interior obviously has been redone, but is that pattern correct for the time?
When I got the car, the interior was basically gone.
Uh-huh.
I had seat frames and that was it. So I used photographs to reconstruct the seats to get them to look like, you know, they were back in the day.
Pretty simple dash. You know, it's just everything you need, but nothing more.
Not a lot to it. In fact, the whole instrument panel, steering column, it's all molded together as part of this monocoque fiberglass shell.
Really? Did it have the roll bar?
The roll bar was in there from day one. In fact, there's a sticker on the roll bar. It's a Pennsylvania inspection sticker from 1960. And that's identical to what was on the car when I bought it, but that one was so far gone, I was able to find a new old stock one to put on there.
Unbelievable. And I mean, it's got a back seat, sort of. I mean, it's there.
Well, not if you have legs, I guess.
But what a wild little car.
Really lightweight, but very aerodynamic. These cars, they raced them at LeMans and Sebring and the other big venues, and they were very successful in the small bore class, winning things like the index performance at the big venues like that.
Wow. And is it a tube frame or what kind of?
It's a steel backbone chassis, so there's basically about a 6-inch tube that runs down the center of the car. That's the only thing that connects the front to the back structurally.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very unusual construction.
Now this has also got a very unique engine.
It is a flat twin air-cooled 850cc Panhard engine.
Two-cylinder.
Two-cylinder.
850 cc.
That's right. 4-cycle.
Wow. Let's look at it.
Okay.
Oh, and the hood comes off. That's nice.
Well, it's lift off for easy access. Again, these were
Wow.
raced, so you wanted to be able to get in and be able to do work on them very quickly and have the hood out of the way.
So 1, 2,
That's
spark
right.
plug.
Yeah, front wheel drive, so there's a transaxle right there.
Holy cow.
Front suspension is transverse leaf springs for the upper and lower control arms.
This is unbelievable. Seal it back up if it's that easy.
Alrighty. It just drops on a couple of pins here.
What a nice design. And that is easy access, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I understand
good to go.
you were considered the best French car here today.
Yeah, I didn't even know they gave awards out here, but somehow I won the best French car, so just thrilled about that.
Well, congratulations, man. This is a wild ride. I love it.
Thanks very much.
The DB Deutch-Bonnet.
That's right.
Doug, gorgeous little Alfa here. This is a Giulietta, right?
Sprint Speciale.
1961. 61. These are beautiful cars. And you've had this a while, right?
Since 1987.
Wow.
Bought it when it was basically a basket case.
Not nearly this nice.
No.
No.
No. A lot of time, a lot of hours and dollars here, but it was rusted out and it was painted non-original color. And
So it is a steel car.
it is a steel car with an aluminum hood.
Well, they're not remanufacturing anything for this car.
Taillight lenses and that kind of stuff, mechanical bits, but no trim, no body parts. So those were all hand fabricated
Wow.
to be very authentic.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I had a great body shop.
You must have. Well, what's this?
That's an original piece. You can see it's actually, the hood's actually notched
yeah,
to
it
fit
is,
it.
you're right.
This was supposedly to keep the windshield wipers from flapping around at speed, but it also works very well as a bug deflector.
Nice.
We remade that piece, so if you need one, I have a mold.
Gee, next time I buy one of these, I'll know where to find it. The interiors, is that correct? I mean, is that how it would have
now
been?
the early series of these cars only came white or red.
Uh-huh.
The red cars had a red and gray interior, and the white cars had a navy and gray. And the only place we really deviated was instead of vinyl, we put in leather, but the fabric is very correct.
Gosh, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And you know, it's so aerodynamic looking. I mean, did they build this thing to race?
Well, it
or
was designed by Bertone, by Franco Scaglione at Bertone, who also did the Bat cars that people are familiar with.
Yeah.
And if you look at the glass house of this car, it's very, very similar to the Bat cars. It's a much smaller car on a smaller chassis, but no external mirrors, you know, no protruding door handles.
very slippery.
One of the earliest cars to have door glass that's curving in both directions.
Wow. And quite a taper back here, too.
The whole
I mean,
thing,
man.
it swells at the doors and it tucks in the back and tucks in the front.
Wow. I mean, it's really elegant. And what power is this little baby?
Little 1300cc dual overhead cam.
Does it get around? I mean,
It does. It does about 120 miles an hour.
That's getting
It's
around.
Pretty
That's
good
getting
for
around.
its day. This is the Veloce spec motor, so it's the little hotter setup with the dual Weber carbs.
let's go look at it, man. Let's see what this baby looks like. What a nice little engine. Dual overhead cam.
Dual overhead cams, 4-cylinder, 1300 cc's, 40 millimeter Webers. Had a little higher compression ratio than a normal Veloce, and a little higher horsepower. I think the horsepower is like something over 100, like 110, I want to say.
But with a reasonably light and very aerodynamic car, like you say, it gets
Yeah,
around.
the factory was originally going to race these, but they ended up making them out of steel. They were kind of
a little too heavy.
heavy
Uh-huh.
in terms of racing. So it became more of a grand touring car.
And that it is. Well, close it up. It's gosh, it's a beautifh car. Have you been to this show before?
Yes. I've been here many years.
What an
I
eclectic
love it.
mix.
It is. It's a wonderful mix of cars. And you just bring whatever you want, and there's no judging.
I'm glad you brought this one.
Thank you very
Doug,
much.
thanks a lot, man.
Thank
Gorgeous car. 61 Alfa Romeo Giulietta
Sprint Speciale.
Sprint Speciale. Caesar, this is a beautiful car. Facel Vega, right?
Yes,
1963?
1963, that's right.
Now, these are you don't see these cars very often. They're kind of weird cars.
They're very unique.
Yeah,
very
unique.
rare.
That's a much better way to put it, indeed. These were basically built for the U.S. market?
Yes, with the combination of the Chrysler, American big block engine and the European styling.
Wild looking headlights on this one. This doesn't look too American.
That's true. This car was converted to European spec headlights and taillights in the 80s.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
I like the lines on this car. I mean, even though it was made for the U.S. market, there's no question that it's a European car.
Yes.
And a lot of famous people drove these. I mean, Ringo Starr had one of these, didn't he?
That's right. Ringo Starr had this same model, and Debbie Reynolds had one. Dean Martin.
Very Italian-looking interior, too. I mean, is that actual burl walnut or?
That is hand-painted simulated walnut on metal.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. I mean, that was done by some special craftsmen.
Has this been restored, or is this the original interior from '63?
This car was restored about 20 years ago, so it's an older restoration.
Yeah, holding up pretty well, though. And quite a lot of gauges, more gauges than there are things to measure, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. Got a full complement of gauges.
It looks like, it was built to be a grand touring car.
That's exactly what it was. The epitome of a GT.
Yeah, and I can imagine tooling around in this out here in California in '63. I mean, you had to be styling in this thing. What
yeah.
a wild rear end. And these are,
the turn signals, and you have your brake lights down there.
and again, I mean, just so European looking. I like that bubble back window. Almost
Yep.
looks like a removable hardtop. They should have made that. I think that would look really good.
Oh, that would have been nice. Yes, a lot of glass area.
So you say 383 Chrysler.
383 Chrysler.
Well, let's go
That's
look at it.
Okay.
Yep, that's a 383 Chrysler V8.
Yes, that's right. It's a single four barrel.
So they went with that just for reliability, or?
They went for power. And
really?
There wasn't a suitable French high-performance engine by that time, so they went overseas to the Chrysler V8, which had a fantastic reputation back then.
Facel Vega used that for a long time, right? I mean, they used these Chrysler engines.
That's right. All the V8 cars were Chrysler powered from 54 to 64.
And it fits nicely, and it obviously was engineered for that engine.
That's correct. It's very serviceable.
Yeah. So, I mean, it pretty much drives like, or at least is powered like an American car, but does it drive fairly European?
It's got a European feel to it. It's much stiffer
Uh-huh.
than American cars of the period.
I tell you, Caesar, this is a wild-looking car, very distinctive. Must get looks when you go down the street in it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a real head turner.
Yeah. Have you been to the show before?
I've been to the show several times. First time I bring a car.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's a cool show.
Absolutely.
There's
It's
wild
fabulous.
stuff
Huh?
here. And this has got to be the coolest Facel Vega here. Thanks,
Absolutely.
man.
Thank you very much. Good talking to you.
Facel 2, right?
Facel 2.
Oh man, we had a blast at the Best of France and Italy event here at Van Nuys, California. Believe me, there are some wild cars at this show. It's definitely one worth checking out.